Hello everybody, Courtney here from How to Loom Your Dragon. Today, or for the next few days or weeks for you, possibly, we are going to be making a very complex Chinese dragon. If you want to see what it looks like complete, just go to the last video and go to the end and you will see what it looks like so you can decide whether or not you want to make it. This video is dedicated to Jessica S. and her son Joshua. Thanks for being such great followers of mine, and I hope that you will take on the challenge of doing this very complex design because he's going to look really awesome at the end. One aspect of this guy is that he's going to be three-dimensional. Obviously all my dragons are three-dimensional, but this guy is going to be especially three-dimensional and very cool looking, I think. But you will be needing a lot of bands and a lot of patience for this guy. Okay, and this tutorial is broken into multiple videos because I want to give you the best tutorial possible. So I'm going to be working on one portion of the dragon at a time with you. That way I won't get tired and forget what to say or whatever. So for this first portion of the video, we are going to be doing the legs and the feet. Okay, just so you know, you should know how to make things symmetrical, because I'm only going to be doing one leg with you in this video, and then I'm going to tell you to go back and make 3 more. But two of the 4 legs you're going to have to make opposite. So if you don't know how to do that, just take a mirror and put it in front of your screen and do it the way you see it in the mirror. Okay, you don't have to flip your loom upside down or anything funky like that. You just have to flip it horizontally, that's all. But yeah, use a mirror if you don't know how to do that. It makes things a lot easier. Alright, so we're going to begin here. This is a finished leg that I've done. It's going to be really cool, and when it's attached to him, it's going to make it look like he's grabbing at you, so it's going to be really cool. Like an actual Chinese dragon. So for this portion, these are the bands you're going to need. You're going to need about 300 of the leg color, which is, for me, is the red here. You're going to need about 180 of the foot color, that is the black here. And also I included the black in this little flamey spike coming out of the side here, the elbow area. So obviously if you want to do this all the same color, you're going to need about 480 bands just for the legs. That's how complex this guy is. Huh? And then you'll need about 60 of the claw color, and that also included this as well. So for me, I did gold. Alright, so those are the bands you're going to need just for the legs, for all of the legs. Okay, so let's begin here. We are going to be making this portion that's going to end up popping out of the side of the leg first. So, whoops, dropping everything over here. So we're going to start with double bands. So obviously I'm doing red, like I said before. So I'm going to take 2 at a time here. You need 2 looms for this project, by the way. You can't really do it with one. I'm sure there's a way, but it's too complex, so I'm not going to do that. So have your 5 rows in your rectangular format here, and let's begin. So 2 bands at a time. Alright, I'm also taking 2 bands at a time, going across this way. You may be able to get by with doing only 1 band at a time for horizontal bands, but it is more sturdy if you do 2, I've found. Less flimsy. I'm going to cap off my end here by wrapping the band around the peg 4 times, creating 4 loops on the peg with the capping band. And now we are going to be looming. So starting off, you should know basic looming, by the way, if you're doing this. If you don't know basic looming, then good luck. Going under the capping band, grabbing the top 2, going back under, grabbing the next 2, and the bottom 2 here. So you should have a nice neat circle here. Shouldn't be all twisted up. And I'm just going to go up to the top here. Here I'm going to go up to here, and here I'm going to go up to here. What we're going to do now is you're going to take a band of any color. I wouldn't use red though, or whatever body color you're using. So I'm going to be taking white. There's a method to this, by the way. And I'm just going to, let's see, I'm going to tie this band around this peg. Let's see if this works. Tie that around and then loom the next 2 like that. Alright, I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. So tying another white band through all these. We're only doing little slip knots. It doesn't matter what color you use because we will be taking it off eventually. Alright, it's just to mark something for the next part of the leg. So then continuing to loom up. Alright, and then I'm also going to take white and tie off my 3 ends here, also with slip knots. Alright. Cool. Alright, now I'm going to put that aside. And now I'm going to make the little flamey elbowy thingy. So I'm going to take a double looped black. This is the foot color. So double looped black. Then I'm going to take 2 black and 1 gold. Right? Or do I just do... Yeah, okay. And then 2 gold and 1 black. And then 1 gold. Since the golds are tight, I'm going to wrap it around this peg twice and then grab it and bring it over. So it's like it's a double looped gold band, but I just did it differently so that I won't break it because they're very fragile, these golds. And then I'm going to wrap a gold around this peg 3 times, okay? If you're using a different color than gold, you can wrap it around 4 times. It'll come to more of a point. And then I'm just going to loom this whole thing up. And once I've done that, I'm going to take yet another white band and tie this off for now. Okay, so I have my little flamey pointy thing, and I'm going to put that by that red thing we just made. Okay, and now we're going to make the toes. So I'm grabbing my foot color, which is black, grabbing 2 bands, grabbing 2 more, and 2 again. Then I'm going to grab a gold, so my claw color. You're going to double loop the next set, but since it's gold, I'm going to do it this way. Same thing again, so just a double looped. And then again, I'm going to cap off my end with a gold wrapped around 3 times. If you're using another color, wrap it around 4 if you can. Alright, I'm going to loom this up. You want to make 3 of these, okay? So, and that's just for 1 foot, okay? So make 3 more of these. You might want to use another hook to help you get it off, especially if you're using the tight gold bands. Okay. So, you want to make 3 of those. So I have my other 2 on this hook here. So 3, and then we're going to do 1 more toe that's a little bit longer. So taking 2 black, 2 black, 2 black, 2 black, and then double looped gold. This one looks like it's going to break on me. Maybe not. Golds are very fragile, I found, so if it starts to tear, the gold, do not use it, because it will break. So double looped, then capping off, wrapped around 3 times. So it's the same thing, it's just one length longer, this toe. And you only need one of these for each foot. Okay, so I'm looming this. Alright, and then I'm going to take that off. If you have a holding hook to hold it, that's great. If not, you can use a toothpick or a pencil or something. Or just put it to the side, doesn't matter. Alright, so I have my red thing, my 3 shorter toes, my 1 longer toe, and this little flame thingy. Okay? Alright, so now we're going to be putting the leg together. So we're taking 2 red bands at a time here. Or of your body color, whatever color you made this thing, that's what you're using. Alright, so 2 at a time. Whoops. Alright, then I'm going to take 2 and I'm going to stretch it all the way across like this, okay? Take 2 more. Alright, then I'm going to take red and black here, so a red and a black. So whatever color your toes are, that's what you're putting with that. If you get what I mean. I mean, obviously you can do this dragon whatever colors you want. That is totally up to you. But I'm just trying to help you out if you're confused as to what colors you're supposed to be doing. Alright, here I put 3, so 3 black, and I'm going to put 3 again. Doop, bay doop, bay doo. Okay, and now I'm going to take one of my short toes, and I'm going to wrap the loops right around this peg, okay? And I'm going to take 3 more black here. And then I'm going to double loop a black here, double loop a black here, and double loop a black here. Alright, I'm going to grab the rest of my toes. I'm going to put the long one around this middle peg here. You want to attach them so the curve, if they're curved, you want the curve to be downward. Okay, this one's not really too much curved, but whatever, so it'll look nice and professional if the curves are down. So you want it to curve down. Alright. I'm going to take 2 red bands at a time and put on my horizontals. So 2 here, 2 here, 2 here. Whoops. 2 here. And then I'm going to double loop a red band and put that between these 2. And double loop another between these 2. Okay, and I'm going to take my little flamey elbow thing. I'm going to stick my hook through the loops at the end, so the black double looped loops. You can take off that holding band if you want to. If not, you can always do that later. So make sure your hook is through those loops. And we are going to be attaching that right around this peg here. So where the first double looped horizontal is, that outside peg. Okay, and you can face it so it's outward. Okay, cool. Now we're going to loom, but we're going to stop in this area to attach this 3-dimensional thing to the leg. So just follow me. So we're going to pull this toe back, loom this double looped band first. Then same thing on this side with this one. And this one here. I'm going to go all the way down and do the 3 at the bottom here. So make sure you grab all 3 there. Then you're going to go down, dig past that toe, and grab the 3 black at the bottom, loom those. Then these 3 here. Then you're going to grab the top 2 bands, which are these 2. Loom those back up. And these 2. And these 2 here. And continuing up here, so these 2. Then you're going to go all the way down, grab the bottom, loom those. 3, 4, and then 1 more set here on this side. So right up to here, okay? So 2 pegs above where you attached your little elbowy thing. And then we're going to go past this double looped horizontal, grab the 2 bands at the bottom, loom those up, loom up these 2, and we're also going to go up 1 more set on the side here, so those 2. Okay, so we've loomed up to here, and to here. You're going to grab your red thing, okay? And it may be curved in a certain direction. You're going to turn it so it's curved like this way. And you're going to take your hook and you're going to go through all 4 of the loops of the capping band, and you're going to wrap those around this peg here. So I wrapped the capping band loops around this peg. Then I'm going to loom up those bands in here. Okay, so grab those 2, loom up the next 2, and the next 2, and the next 2, up to here, okay? Then we can grab that red thing and bring it up like that, so now it's on the bands and it's secure. We're going to go through, we're going to follow our tying band here through those bands. Alright, so I followed my tying band, went through the hole, okay? And we are going to wrap those bands around this peg. Once I've done that, I'm going to loom up 2 more times. So once and twice. Then you can take that holding band off. Alright, that was just to mark the bands we were going through. Then we're going to do the same thing on the opposite side. So we have this holding band here. Let's go follow that white band through those. Okay, so follow that through. Open it up and wrap those bands around this peg here. Okay, once I've done that, I'm going to again loom up twice. So once, twice. And then I'm going to attach I have my 3 loose ends here at the top, the ones we tied off at the end. Those 3 are going to go around these 3 pegs. So I'm going to go through the loose bands on this one. Make sure you're going through the loops. Wrap those around there. Go through the middle set. Wrap those around here. And the final set, where are you? Those go right around this one. Okay, this is going to make the leg pop and look 3-dimensional. Once I've done that, I'm just going to loom up the final set in each one. And then I'm going to tie off these 3 ends, but I'm going to actually use a different color than white so I don't get confused later. So I'm going to use black here. So I'm just going to do my slip knots in black. And I'm going to pull him off. Make sure those black slip knot bands don't come off. Cool. Once I've done that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to tie the toes a tiny bit closer together so they're not so sprawled out. So all I'm going to do, I'm going to leave the thumb, the one in the back, that one I'm going to leave alone. These 3 in the front are what I'm going to go through. So I'm going to take my hook, and you have your little tiny little double looped band right here. You're going to go through this first set of double bands right under it. Okay, then you're going to do the same thing in the next set. So that first set of double, and then the final toe first set of double. So I just went through those bands like that. You're going to take a black band, or whatever color your toes are, and you're going to pull that through, and then you're just going to wrap the end loops around the edge toes. So one goes around that toe, and one goes around this toe like that. And it just kind of keeps the toes a little closer together like that. Once I've done that, I can take off my white bands here. Not your black bands, only your white bands. Okay, that's why I did them in different colors. And also this one we can take off. So all the white bands you can take off, including the one around here if you didn't do that yet. Alright, so here is one leg for your dragon. So what you're going to do now is you're going to go back and repeat this entire video and make a second one exactly the same as I just did. Okay, so you're going to have 2 that look like this, and then you're going to go back and you're going to make 2 more that are symmetrical. Okay, so that means you're going to need the mirror probably. Okay, so for 2, you know, you have the things pointing out the one side and 2 are the other side, but you want to do the whole thing symmetrical. Okay, and that's pretty much it, everybody. So make your 4 legs and continue on to part 2, and we'll be working on the dragon's head. Okay, very exciting. All right, so I will see you at part 2, everybody.